Today we talk about leadership. Do you know what it is and how does it impact people? Before to begin, I'm going to present our guest of today. First of all, we have Tina Gordon, CEO of Boyden Leadership Consultancy Firm.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Then we have from Sweden, Helena Elmerson, CEO of H&M Group.
Hello, nice to meet you.
And last but not least, Luca Di Filippo, Head of Research at Louis Rome University.
Thank you, Giulio.
Okay, as you know, leadership covers a really decisive role in company's result. A leader is not just what is written in his resume. There is more. There must be more. In our previous episode, we talked about oriented leadership, first part of Leadership Compass. Today is time for relational leadership, a key aspect of Leadership Compass. So, do you think that emotion impact on productivity?
At first thought, I thought emotions had nothing to do with productivity. The H&M Group always worked with a task-oriented mentality. So by engaging with Ms. Gordon and her leadership consulting company, we experienced a real change in the effectiveness of our top leaders and followers.
Yes, exactly. As a leadership consultant, the emotional component should really be taken into account in order to create a positive working environment.
Okay, so let's now give the word to Mr. Di Filippo, Head of Research that conducted a study on this topic.
Thank you, Giulio, for this brief introduction. Me and my team has worked on this study, which is very tied to the topic of emotional contagion. This project was born after a deep literature review about the subject, in which we found that other seekers have not analyzed how the type of task can impact on the results of the studies. The starting hypotheses were that increased follower performance in creative tasks when boss displays happiness, increased follower performance in analytical tasks when boss displays sadness, and the last one was followers perceive positively leaders displaying happiness. We did two different studies in two different contexts and two different procedures, but in both of the settings, the protagonists didn't know what the real purpose of the study was. In the first study, there were 122 students who had to be in a computer station connected in a unilateral way with the boss. There were two different tasks. The creative was an idea generating task and the analytical one was a Sudoku. In this experiment, the boss said that it was only important the quality of the project. In the second study, we introduced subtle differences in relation to the first one. Indeed, there were 161 students and three types of leaders, the happy, the sad and the natural one, and in this situation both quality and quantity were important for the boss. After that, the different participants have to complete a questionnaire and thanks to the help of independent raters, we have found that all these hypotheses are confirmed in the studies. Therefore, thanks to this simple case study, we added another element to this interesting and complex topic.
Okay, thank you. So, in a nutshell, if I understood well, we understood that emotions, of course, play a great and huge role. But so, is it clear that, as mentioned, happiness leads to creativity, whereas sadness instead increases the analytical performance of your followers? Did I understood well?
Yes, correctly.
Okay, great. So, according to you, Ms. Gordon, what do you think is the key to successful leadership?
Well, as a leadership consultant, I assist companies in developing effective leadership qualities among both managers and employees. I particularly want to insist on the notion of emotional intelligence. You might wonder, what is emotional intelligence? Well, it's the ability to understand and manage one's own emotions as well as the emotions of others. More concretely, an emotionally intelligent leader is someone who can relate to colleagues, motivate peers, manage conflicts, and inspire others to take positive actions. Over the years, emotional intelligence has emerged as a must-have skill to be an effective leader. As leaders influence their followers, mastering emotional intelligence will allow them to build a positive workplace, resulting in more productive relationships. Through emotional intelligence, leaders will better coach teams, manage stress, deliver feedbacks, and foster collaborations.
Wow, thank you for your contribution. And now I would like to ask a question to you, Ms. Elmerson. Do you see a positive change in your leadership based on this coaching or guidance of Tina's company? And what has been the role of pandemics in your leadership?
Because of the fast fashion industry, every employee in the designing, purchasing, packaging, and distribution area needs to be on his best behavior. And a couple of years ago, we started to notice that we could do better as a team, like working together and be more effective. Here we hired the leadership consulting firm of Ms. Gordon. She helped us noticing which leadership skills could be improved, which was necessary because of the different brands accompanied by the different leaders and the different teams over all the countries. Especially during these different times and these special times of lockdown and working remotely in this pandemic, her and her team's assistance was very welcome to increase the effectiveness of our staff to have a better emotional relationship, even if you're not directly in contact with your specific leader.
Okay, great. So how did Ms. Gordon guidance help you to create a good relational leadership?
Because of Ms. Gordon, I noticed that the importance of supporting, motivating, and developing the people on their teams and the relationships within is really important. This style of leadership encourages the good teamwork and collaboration through fostering positive relationships and good communication. As Ms. Gordon taught us to encourage leaders to prioritize the welfare of everyone in the group, to place time and effort in meeting the individual needs of everyone involved is really important also. After this mindset change, we saw a huge increase in the productiveness of every team and every team member. So for me, meaning the H&M Group, emotions are key to our success and our productivity over the last couple of years. Therefore, thank you to the researchers, especially your team, Luca, and also to you, Ms. Gordon, for your guidance.
Thanks, Elena. I'm glad you're witnessing major changes in your relational leadership. In fact, your research, Mr. Di Filippo, explains well that leaders with high emotional intelligence may influence followers more effectively by better managing their affective displays. So having emotional intelligence is vital for success, as leaders will be better at adapting their affective displays according to the situation and will eventually enhance their followers' performance. Therefore, to all leaders who are listening to us, bear in mind that your affective displays through emotional contagion may have, consciously or not, effects on how you will be perceived as a leader and on your employees' performance on creative or analytical tasks.
Okay, so thank you for all your contribution. I would really thank you to have come today, and for all our public which listens to us, I hope, every day. First of all, don't forget about subscribing to our channel, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.